Mary and Martha are standing in the wreckage of a normal life. Lazarus is not sick anymore. He is not resting. He is not coming back from this. He is wrapped. He is sealed. He is 4 days into the kind of silence that rearranges a family forever. This isn't the dramatic part of the story yet. This is the waiting room of grief. The first days. The days when the casseroles are still warm and the shock hasn't worn off enough to scream. Martha is doing what she knows how to do. She's moving. She's organizing. She's standing at the edge of the village like a guard tower, scanning the horizon. When she hears that Jesus is coming, she doesn't hesitate. She walks out to meet him. Not because she's strong, because standing still hurts too much. Her words come out sharp, honest, unfiltered. Lord, if you had been here, she doesn't finish the sentence. She doesn't need to. If you had been here, my brother would still be breathing. If you had been here, my brother would still be breathing. If you had been here, this house wouldn't echo. If you had been here, I wouldn't be learning how to live without him. Jesus doesn't correct her tone. He doesn't defend himself. He doesn't explain the delay. He lets her say it, because grief needs somewhere to land. Then there's Mary. Mary doesn't run out to the road. Mary stays inside. She sits where Lazarus used to sit. She lets the floor hold her weight. She lets the tears come when they want. When she finally hears that Jesus is calling for her, she moves fast. But when she reaches him, she collapses. Same words, different posture. Lord, if you had been here, but this time the sentence is soaked. It's not an argument, it's a surrender. Jesus sees the tears, he sees the friends weeping with her. He sees the cost of love written on every face, and something breaks open in him. He doesn't rush to the miracle. He doesn't perform strength. He weeps right there, in public, at the tomb. The Son of God stands at the edge of death and cries, not because he doesn't know what he's about to do, but because he knows exactly what it costs to love people who can be lost. The tomb smells like stone and finality. The air is thick. The grief is loud. And in that place, before life returns, before the impossible happens, God lets himself be seen, standing with the broken, not above them. I see myself in Martha. Those first days after loss, I couldn't sit still. I kept checking my phone. I kept replaying conversations. I kept thinking, if I could just do something, the pain might loosen its grip. Martha runs toward Jesus with questions. I ran toward distraction, work, noise, anything to outrun the quiet. And Jesus didn't shame her for that. He met her on the road. Then there's Mary. Mary stayed where the pain was loudest. She didn't try to outrun it. She let it flatten her. I've been her too. The days when getting out of bed feels like betrayal. The days when words don't work anymore. The days when all you can offer God is your face in your hands. Jesus met her there too. Same grief, different expressions. And here's the part that undid me. Jesus didn't ask either of them to grieve better. He didn't rank their responses. He didn't say one was healthier. He entered both. Some of us process grief by moving. Some of us by collapsing. Both are holy ground. And then there's the waiting. 4 days. Long enough for hope to feel embarrassing. Long enough for prayers to sound foolish. Long enough for people to say, it's time to move on. Jesus arrives after the funeral, which means if you're in the first days of grief and he feels late, you're not abandoned. You're in familiar territory. And the tears, that moment where God cries, that tells me something I need to hear when loss feels like punishment. God is not watching your pain from a safe distance. He is standing in it. He is not allergic to your questions. He is not offended by your anger. He is not threatened by your honesty. If he can stand at a tomb and weep, he can sit with you in the early days when everything still hurts to touch. God, I don't have the right words. I'm somewhere between numb and undone. If I'm honest, I don't even know what I need. I keep thinking I should be stronger by now. I keep measuring myself against an invisible clock. But the days feel uneven, like broken stairs. If you're willing, meet me the way you met them. Not with answers first, but with presence. When I want to run like Martha, walk with me on the road. Let my questions breathe without correcting them. When I collapse like Mary, don't rush me to my feet. Let the tears do their holy work. I am afraid of this silence. I am afraid of what life looks like now. I am afraid that joy won't recognize me anymore. But you stood at a tomb once. You felt the weight of love and loss in your chest. You cried where death thought it had won. So sit with me here, in this garage, under these buzzing lights. Teach me how to breathe again, one breath at a time, one honest moment at a time. I don't need the stone rolled away yet. I just need to know I'm not alone in front of it. Hold me until the weight eases, until hope feels safe again. The rain outside the garage slows. The lights are still buzzing. The loss is still real. Nothing has been fixed. But something has shifted. You are not grieving wrong. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. The first days of grief are not about being brave. They are about being held. And the same God who stood at a tomb stands near you now, not rushing, not judging, just staying. May you be met where you are. May your tears be honored. May rest come without guilt. And may the God who weeps with you one day surprise you with life when you are ready to receive it.